Today, I'm going to be making the Cheesecake Factory at home vanilla cupcakes with frosting. This was $3.48 at Walmart, and it makes fluffy white cupcakes with creamy vanilla frosting. So it is a cupcake and frosting mix, but you do have to make your frosting. It does not come with a pouch of pre-made frosting. So for the cupcakes, you need an egg, water, and oil. For the frosting, you need cream cheese, butter, and oil. And so I've gotten to the point when we are at Walmart or wherever buying these mixes, no matter what brand it is, I will look on the back to make sure that I have the ingredients at home of what I'm gonna need. Because, you know, eggs are a staple in most people's homes, but cream cheese isn't. So I was glad I looked at this in the store because it needed cream cheese and we had to get that. So just for the cupcakes, we'll do the frosting after the cupcakes are in the oven. For the cupcakes themselves, you need one egg, 2/3 cup of water, which is in this glass, and 1.5 tablespoons of oil. You need to preheat your oven to 350, and this is what you get. You get vanilla cupcake mix, which looks like this, and then this says vanilla frosting mix. So we're gonna set the frosting mix aside because we're not gonna do that right now. What you do, you have your your cupcake pan. It makes 12 cupcakes. I always like to use a little paper cup. You don't have to, but it just makes them come out easier. And I also spray them with cooking spray because they will not stick if you spray them. And that's just regular oil that I sprayed them with, the cooking spray. So you put your mixture in here, and then you just take your water and egg and oil, and then you take a whisk and you're going to mix all this together, and it smells really good. Kevin suggested I use the cookie scoop, so that's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to see if this works. And it might take me a little longer. I'm gonna start out with 1 scoop in each cup. It says you are supposed to put like, you fill them like half full, but I'm just gonna go through and see how far 1 scoop gets, and then I'll go back and do a 2nd scoop. Cups are filled. You are supposed to bake this for 26 to 29 minutes. I'm going to set my timer for 27 minutes and then we'll be back. Okay, for the frosting mix, you mix cream cheese. This is a 1/4 cup of cream cheese. I actually had to measure it out, 1/4 cup. And you mix that with your softened butter. It's 5 tablespoons. So it's not melted, it's softened, but it has been sitting out while we did everything else. So this and the cream cheese, and you mix this together for 30 seconds or until combined. Now I'm going to take my frosting mix, and you take half the mix and you pour it in. And you mix it again for 1 minute. Okay, so once this has been going for a minute, you want to add your oil. That was 1 tablespoon of oil. So I've scraped down my sides and the bottom, and you want to add the remainder of your frosting mixture, and then you're going to mix this for 2 minutes. Oh, Mix this for 2 minutes. Okay, this is how the frosting looks. It's very, very creamy looking, very smooth. So now I'm going to frost my cupcakes. So now this looks like you could pipe it. If you wanted to put that in a piping bag, it looks like it would be the perfect consistency for the piping bag. These are the cupcakes. And as you can see, they did not rise a lot. I mean, you have 1 or 2 that rose a little, but for the most part, they did not rise very much. Which to me, I don't think that's a bad thing. Okay, we have a cupcake, and the reason we only have 1 right now is because this isn't a time of day where we would normally eat a cupcake. So for right now, we're gonna half 1, and then trust me, we'll be enjoying a whole 1 later. But I had probably 1/4 of a cup of frosting left over. Of course, I didn't go all the way to the edges because I don't like to get it all over the papers.
They look like small little cupcakes.
They are cupcakes.
I mean, small. They look small.
They look smaller.
Small cupcakes, not cupcakes.
Well, they didn't rise a lot. I want to try the cake itself. It tastes just like it smelled. Like vanilla. I mean, like a strong vanilla.
I like the frosting too. It's like a.
I haven't had the frosting.
It's more like a cream cheese frosting than just a traditional vanilla frosting. It's good. This is not what I'd call a super sweet cupcake, but it's a good cupcake.
That's very good. I'm wondering if most kids would like that frosting. I don't know that Ainer and Ashley
would have.
I don't know that Ainer and Ashley would like this frosting.
It's not, like I said, it's not sweet.
Because it's, you taste that cream cheese. That's what you're not really tasting a lot of vanilla in the frosting. You are tasting cream cheese.
Primarily cream cheese. That being said, I like it.
I do too. I think it's really good. If your kids have grown up eating stuff like that, they would probably like it. Ainer and Ashley didn't. They just never have liked stuff like that. Cream cheese, Cool Whip, they just don't like things like that.
Although Ashley likes red velvet nowadays, so.
Nowadays, but she's getting older to where her tastes are changing. So, good cupcake. I really like it. To be completely honest, it's good. But I personally would not buy this again because I thought it was a lot of trouble. I thought it was
doing the frosting.
I thought it was a lot of trouble. Doing the mix itself to make the cupcakes, that wasn't a problem. That was your normal basic recipe with the oil, eggs, whatever. It's the frosting part that gets me. To have to buy a block of cream cheese and
which you're only using a small portion of.
So if you don't have it to use it for anything else, then it just it's wasted. But you have to do the cream cheese and you have to make it. You have to make your own frosting. And I would rather, I'm lazy or maybe I just want to be, for me it's a matter of ease. I want to be able to just spoon it out of a tub and be done with it.
And there is more cleanup and stuff like that because you got more dishes.
Right, there's a lot more dishes. You have a sink to do the first time, and then once you do the frosting, then you have another sink of dishes to do.
Of course, the flavor is different for these. They're not as sweet. The tub frosting is really sugary sweet, and these aren't. So that is a difference. So if you don't want that super sweet frosting,
and a lot of you don't have said, I don't like super sweet things. Can't handle it. This will be perfect for you
because it's not super sweet.
Right. So, but for me, I just thought the frosting was a lot of trouble. I don't like to make my own frosting. And it's not just this brand. There are some other brands we've had where we've had to make our own frosting. And it's just easier for me to buy a tub. So, that said though, they really are good cupcakes. Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.